Julian Newman, an internet sensation and a basketball phenom. He was bound to be one of the greatest basketball players to ever walk the court. Julian Newman started playing varsity basketball in just 5th grade. Throughout his time in high school, he's had over 5,000 points and almost 200 plus games. In his final year in his senior campaign, he played with his local prep team, Prolific Prep, created by his father. During that final campaign, he averaged 35 points per game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. So what's the problem? During his time with Prolific Prep, he went around to play intense teams like Spire Academy and IMG Academy, where crowds used to call him overrated or too short to play the game. The thing is, it might be true. Julian Newman has 0 D1 offers, and he told Overtime that he's going to play across the seas in either Europe, Australia, Asia. He doesn't even know yet. My name's Jasper Warner. Welcome to What Happened to Julian Newman.
Alright guys, so let's get right into this. So I'm going to go 3 reasons why, and I'm going to start from the first one, which will be the least important, and we'll go all the way up to the top one, which is the most important. So I think the least important reason why Julian Newman isn't in a D1 basketball college right now is because of his height. Now, when he started playing, he was 4'5". Scouts really thought this kid was going to grow, and he only grew to 5'7". Now, don't get me wrong, you can be 5'7" and play D1 college basketball. If you want to look at a great example, look at 5'2" guard Darnell Rogers from UMBC. That kid is 5'2", and he drops buckets. The kid knows what he's doing. It makes sense. It's really possible to be in the NBA and be under 6 foot, but honestly, you should just be 6 foot or higher as a minimum, just in general for the NBA. That's just probably that solid core that you can start off with, But I think a second reason why this kid isn't on a team is because of his horrible attitude problem. If you know Julian Newman well, or if you watch the Overtime show that he's in, he has a huge temper tantrum all the time. It seems like he cannot control his emotions, and he just struggles to keep his mental game steady. There's multiple fights, every time you look up Julian Newman with a highlight reel or something, eventually you'll see a video of him fighting a player or arguing with a ref or a coach. It's just, no D1 coach, or no matter the sport, does not want a player like that. They will always pick the player with the better mentality and maybe the worst game, so they can train that player. And they'll pick the worst player with the better mentality to probably help that team grow morale and gain chemistry. But when you have a guy like that who's just a locker room bug and just really kills the team in general, it's really, really killer. They're not just Julian himself, but the whole team and the coach in the school. But I think the true reason, honestly, why Julian Newman doesn't have a team is his horrible basketball IQ. It is terrible. Now, if the NBA told players, yeah, we're going to pay you $1 every time you dribble the ball, Julian Newman would be the highest paid player in the NBA. Now, with some of these clips, you can see him pulling up and just draining a shot, which is great. He's a shoot-first point guard. But look, right here, dribbling the ball around. Of course, he makes the shot. That's great. But there's probably another open man that could get a better shot. I just feel that he's a shoot-first point guard, which is kind of not needed. You need to be a pass-first point guard some days. The point guard's supposed to be that floor general, and I just don't see that in him. Honestly, he's not there. Julian Newman, throughout his entire high school career, missed 1,000 three-point shots. He went 900 for 1,978. If that doesn't show you the selfishness of Julian Newman, I don't know what will. And half of these highlights, he's barely passing the ball. He's taking these terrible shots that, yes, of course they're going in. That's great. But some of these shots are so risky. And it's just such a bad shot selection. And any player in the NBA would not, or D1 college for that matter, would not have that IQ, that low of an IQ to take that shot. Now, overseas, where he's traveling, according to what he told the Overtime TV, it's different there. They don't play the game like we do in the NBA, in the actual NBA. Of course, it's the same stuff. It's just that they play the game differently than us, and that's understandable. But if Julian Newman really thinks that going overseas is going to help him get into the NBA, it's just really not. He needs to really learn how to play the true game of basketball. And I know you're probably thinking, Jasper, you're sitting here in a chair doing a voiceover of a highlight reel of this guy going off and scoring. Why are you talking? Well, you're right. I am sitting in a chair doing a voiceover. But the thing is, if this kid doesn't know basketball IQ, I've watched basketball in my life. I've played basketball. I know what IQ is when it comes to basketball, and this kid just doesn't have it. Honestly, I just don't really see it. But really, man, those are the big 3 reasons why I don't see Julian Newman going into the NBA in general, and those are just some things that just show he's not prepared. Now, do I hope he proves me wrong? Absolutely. I want everyone to succeed, you know? But I just feel that Julian Newman just doesn't have what it takes to be a solid player in college or in the NBA at all. I feel like his career will be coming to an end very soon, and you know, it doesn't help that his dad is just a terrible, terrible influence. If you look around, if you look at some reports from other people, he's like the second coming of LeVar Ball, excuse me. Julian's dad said that Julian will be a better player than both Chris Paul and Derrick Rose. Now, if you know who these 2 players are, which I hope you do because you're watching the basketball video, you know these guys are probably future Hall of Famers. At least one of them. It is so bold to make that statement. I understand you want to support your son. Like, that's great. But there's a line. And I think Julian's dad pushed that line a little too far. But I just, like, look at these shots. They're so risky. Like, if you miss that shot, your coach would be chirping in your ear all night. That's really all for me. Thank you guys so much for watching the first video on WJ Productions. We really appreciate it. I just want to thank you guys all for watching. If you would like to see more of this, make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to have at least 2 videos a week. I really appreciate you guys coming and checking this video out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.